Hello. This is a term often thrown around by woke culture, and it is usually sought for the sake of entitlement through that paradigm. In essence, the pursuit of enlightenment has become a narcissistic endeavor, and of course, you can see why. When you have an individual who shows glints of it, in paradox to the softness, they seem to have a command in their voice, this way of getting your attention, this air about them. In their simplicity, there's a compelling pull to listen, and so naturally, looks-see-do, we humans who mimic in nature try to emulate such a disposition ourselves. But what is enlightenment even? I think the misunderstanding is what often leads individuals to become more narcissistic in its pursuit. With that said, for me, the easiest way to think about enlightenment is to first grasp the opposite. The opposite is apathy. Apathy is the opposite of enlightenment. Now, with apathy, like the enlightened master, you don't really care. You don't care for the game, the pain, the resentment, perhaps rejection. It's made you numb. Thus, at that point, you lack interest with life, enthusiasm, concern. One is often a defense mechanism used to protect oneself from more pain, or it's a point where the pain has gone on for so long that it has just become numb altogether. Thus, you're detached. Having grown used to it, you just don't care anymore. Resentment, numbness, a lack of concern. Intriguingly enough, though, the most painful experiences we feel are not even of the world around us. They are the perceptions we have of the world around us. Nothing can hurt us more than our own mind. But apathy, when you no longer feel, you are no longer motivated to climb nature's ruthless hierarchies. In essence, the apathetic, in order to survive, they just go through the motions, which in turn further fuels the bitterness of their core, the resentment they feel, the root of their numbness, which leads to their apathy. Now, within the realm of detachment, what would be the opposite of resentment, bitterness, hatred, disdain? What would be the opposite? Appreciation, gratitude, understanding, love. Now, both are detached, yet the core emotions fueling them are polar opposite. And so when you understand the woke's pursuit of such an endeavor, you realize their desire to possess such a pursuit conflicts with ever attaining it in the first place, because the state is of detachment, yet in its pursuit you are ironically attached to an outcome. You're pulling on a door that was meant to be pushed. In that sense, you do not seek it. You become it for the same reason one becomes apathetic. Living in the frame of mind creates the disposition as time progresses. That's just it. Living in a frame of mind for too long and growing through that frame of mind, you inevitably become the frame. The tail end of hate, resentment, judgment, bitterness is becoming detached from any desire to play the game anymore, whereas the tail end of gratitude, understanding, love, there comes a point where you begin to see how everything is as it should be. You live in the appreciation. You begin to marvel at the clockwork of this reality. When you see the game for what it is, when you see the course of nature alongside your role within it, the natural outcome from there is freedom from outcome. To be unattached is a natural fruition. Seeing the clockwork like marvel, we live within, seeing our place within it, feeling the beauty of this privilege and letting it envelop us. The natural result from there is a trust in the universe, a trust in yourself, a freedom from outcome, a feeling that all is as it should be. Now, I don't know how I feel entirely about the state of enlightenment, as I also must recognize that even many monks, in order to survive, they had to become Shaolin monks, they had to adopt martial arts and become warriors. That is my argument against enlightenment. As much as I'm for it, I still have to entertain the other side. There is always another side to the coin. as beautiful as it may be, even flowers, in this reality, they have to develop thorns. That's just it. In order to preserve such a beautiful state, we find that even a spiritual leader must hide behind the fangs of another nation at times. To live is to be strong. For if we lose respect for this universe, if we lose respect for nature, captivated by its immense and immeasurable beauty, it will eat us. That's why we become apathetic. Enduring the pain of constant conflict, we are just fed up with the game. But that's just what it is. You need a balance of gratitude and appreciation, love and understanding. But in order to preserve that state, you must be strong. You must have a capacity for cruelty. Paradoxically, after all, that is what has always preserved beauty in the world we've constructed. And beyond that, that is the beauty we see out in nature. The fangs of constant conflict forge that beauty all the same. The light we see has proportional darkness. Thus, in strengthening our own monster and taming it, controlling it, not letting its power intoxicate us, remaining disciplined with the blade we had forged for the sake of preserving beauty, we keep it sheathed until needed. Otherwise, it won't be outside nature that crushes the beauty we observe. That is the balance, the yin, the yang. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, peace.